What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Before we jump into the PT on Ice Daily Show, let us chat for just a second about our show sponsor, Jane. Jane is an all-in-one practice management software that a lot of us here in the ice physio community use. We're going to dig into a familiar topic that everybody does every single day for better or worse, and that's charting. Charting with Jane is quick and easy, but did you know it's also a key way to ensure Medicare compliance? With Jane's flexible charting options, you can build chart templates that ensure you're gathering and reporting all the data required by Medicare. You can also browse Jane's chart template library to see how other practitioners are setting up chart templates to maintain Medicare compliance. If you find one you like, you can download it and tweak it to suit your unique needs. Wondering how else Jane can make your day-to-day easier? Head over to jane.app/physicaltherapy to chat with her team, or take advantage of our PT on Ice Daily Show 1 month grace period by mentioning the podcast at the time of sign up. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you being here. Enjoy the show.
Hey, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of PT on Ice. My name is Jason London. I am lead faculty with the Endurance Athlete Division with the Institute for Clinical Excellence. So therefore, I teach rehabilitation of the injured runner live, rehabilitation of the injured runner online, and professional bike fitting. Again, happy Friday. Today, I want to talk about really improving outcomes for your runners with Achilles tendinopathy. As we all know, tendinopathies can be a bit of a bear to treat because they require a lot of patience, and sometimes, frustratingly so, do not always get the outcomes that we're looking for. So today I want to talk about some new treatment techniques that, and actually products that I've been able to get some better outcomes in recently. So, and they are duct tape and Windex. So watching that classic movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, a couple years ago, I thought, what the heck? Why not start using Windex and duct tape and see where it gets me? And I have seen awesome outcomes, improvement outcomes with my runners with Achilles tendinopathy. Just kidding. It is April Fool's after all. So we'll not be talking about that. However, my daughter Ingrid is stoked for April Fool's Day. She is planning, I guess, a full day's worth of pranks. Hopefully I do not get a call from school and have to pick her up, but she already has, I guess last night, put like the teeniest little thing of saran wrap over my shampoo and conditioner, and definitely had me wondering what the heck was going on with my shampoo and conditioner. So we'll see if it gets to anything more than that. But seriously, today I want to talk about improving outcomes for your runners with Achilles tendinopathy. And one way to do that, what I want to talk about is the use of collagen supplements. And there is some good evidence and emerging evidence behind the use of collagen supplements. So Achilles tendinopathy, or tendinosis, if you will, is of course a degenerative disease, really. So with Achilles tendinosis and pretty much all tendinopathies, we see changes to the structure of the tendon itself, where there's collagen disruption, as well as degeneration of the extracellular matrix, and this leads to changes in how the tendon can function. It basically increases the compliance of the tendon, meaning that it makes it less stiff. And the whole function of a tendon is to transmit forces from the muscle to the joint. And for runners, this is really important because the Achilles tendon is one of the main propulsive generators for running gaits. So running economy is really tied to Achilles tendon function. And with this, the Achilles tendon has to withstand up to 6 to 12 times the runner's body weight with each step to effectively transmit force. And if we have a tendon that has increased compliance or decreased stiffness, it therefore is going to not be able to transmit force as well, and therefore decreases running economy, as well as if we have a tendon with increased compliance, it can't shield the rest of the tendon from injury. So we get with runners who already developed Achilles tendinopathy, they have a more compliant tendon, so it can't transmit force as well, which then therefore leads to not only pain but decreased running economy and perhaps even further injury. So we want to try to, as best we can, restore that tendon health and strength. And the gold standard of treatment for the past 15 years or so has been loading the tendon, and that remains what our foundation should be. And whether it be eccentrics or heavy slow loading, we need frequent loading of the tendon to restore that tendon strength, and that results, many studies have shown, in decreased pain and increased function, typically by 12 weeks, and maintained or improved at a year out. But how can we further improve this? As we know, tendons don't have great blood supply to them, as well as we're wanting to promote collagen synthesis. And unfortunately, for those of us masters runners, so runners over the age of 30, well, 30 or 35 really, as we're aging, collagen synthesis decreases, where it really starts in our 30s, typically when you start noticing that you're getting wrinkles. And so that is usually, for at least in my practice, the majority of runners that I'm treating are not necessarily high school age runners or collegiate runners. It's really the master's level runner. And so we want to do everything we can to help promote the health of the tendon. And that's where collagen supplements come into play. So there's been a couple studies, two of which I want to highlight. The first one is by Balius and colleagues, published in 2016. And what they did is, using a collagen supplement, they had 3 treatment arms for subjects with Achilles tendinopathy. First treatment arm was the gold standard, just eccentrics. The second treatment arm was eccentrics plus a collagen supplement. And then the third treatment arm was just passive stretching, daily passive stretching plus a collagen supplement. And they looked at basically their outcome measures were the VISA-A survey, which is specific for the Achilles tendon. It's a functional survey, and then also pain scale. And after 6 weeks, they found decreased pain and some increased function, but not significantly over what baseline was. And then at 12 weeks, they found for all 3 groups increased function from the VISA-A score, as well as significantly decreased pain. However, the 2 treatment arms that were taking a collagen supplement had significantly reduced pain compared to the group that was just doing eccentrics only. Their function was not significantly different, but it was significantly improved from baseline. So, again, another study showing that eccentrics will improve function and pain by 12 weeks. But interestingly, the study showed that if you add a collagen supplement, even if you're not doing eccentrics, you're just doing passive stretching, that treatment group too improved function, but not over the eccentric group. But also, if we add that collagen supplement, we have improved pain significantly more than over just doing eccentrics. Now, that's cool, because as PTs, we typically are most concerned about function, and patients are certainly concerned about function as well, but patients are really concerned about pain. So if I'm in pain and my function's reduced, I certainly want to improve my function, but I definitely want to improve my pain as well. So I'm going to really like if you're offering something to me to decrease my pain even further. And so that's where that collagen supplement can come in. Now, a couple hits against this study is the eccentric only group did not take a placebo pill. So really the the thing is from this study, we really can't tell if just taking the collagen supplement was a purely placebo effect or not. And it likely that was a big part of it, especially when we're thinking of that group that only performed stretching. In the end, I guess I really don't care. I'll take placebo all day long if it improves pain and function in my patients. But I'm hoping for a little bit more evidence behind that. And so that's where this second study comes in. And this study was by Shaw et al., published in 2017. And they did, this is a little bit more benchtop research, but it was using human subjects as well. And this is a really intriguing study. So what they did is, this is healthy controls now. They took two groups. They had one group that took a collagen supplement. In this case, it was just gelatin, 15 grams of gelatin that you can buy at the grocery store, relatively cheap, mixed in orange juice 1 hour before doing 6 minutes of jump rope. Then they waited 6 hours and then had them repeat the process. The second group, or the control group, did the same thing, but just without the orange juice or the gelatin. And then after 6 weeks of doing this every day, they took blood samples from each group. And what they found, just with the blood samples, is the group that was taking the gelatin had markers of increased collagen synthesis, significantly so over the group that was not taking the gelatin. And they went a step further in adding the serum to kind of tissue engineered tendons in the lab where they grew a tendon between two poles, where they could then add force to the tendon and measure the strength and the stiffness of the tendon. And so they added the serum from the group that was taking the collagen supplement, or in this case gelatin, to one group of tendons, and then they add the serum from the control group that was not taking the collagen supplement to the other group of tendons. And then after 6 days, they tested the tendons for stiffness and strength, and they found that those tendons that had the serum from the experimental group taking collagen had significantly increased stiffness and strength. So what we're looking to achieve with our patients with Achilles tendinopathy. So, really cool study showing, at least on a basic science level, that taking a collagen supplement, at the very least, if we're just looking at human subjects, healthy human subjects, increases markers for collagen synthesis, and thus likely is increasing collagen synthesis in the body. And two, from a basic science perspective, is this collagen supplement is likely increasing the strength and stiffness of the tendon. So I'm proposing and now educating my patients on taking a collagen supplement while they're going through their rehab. And there's a couple important caveats that were really highlighted in this more recent study compared to the Balius study. And that is the timing that you take the collagen supplement, the need for having vitamin C with that, and that's been shown in other studies that really the supplement that you're taking peaks in the bloodstream at 1 hour after taking it. So you're going to want to have that peaked in your bloodstream at the time you're adding the stimulus to the tendon to help promote collagen synthesis. So the timing is 1 hour before they're loading. And then the second thing is the tendons respond really well to short bouts of loading, separated by about 6 hours or so. And so they in the study with using the gelatin, they just did jump rope 6 minutes. So that's certainly one way to do it. Another way to do it would just be doing heavy eccentrics for 6 minutes, for somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, or just heavy loading of the Achilles gastrocnemius complex for 5 to 10 minutes. Again, 1 hour after taking a collagen supplement enhanced with vitamin C. So the study shows just taking gelatin mixed with orange juice gets results. I work with some climbing PTs, AJ Sobrisky, as well as Todd Bushman and Lisa Palawaki. And, in the climbing world, tendon injuries are unfortunately pretty common, particularly in the hand. And so climbers have really, as part of their training are taking collagen supplements. And these guys are telling me that, you're going to get superior outcomes with taking some of these, some of these more expensive supplements that also have leucine in them. I'm going to go with the research. I'm a PT, so I am stingy and cheap, as I think most of us are. And I'm going to go with just recommending what I've seen in the research for so far. And so that's just using gelatin, 15 grams of gelatin mixed in orange juice. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Try it out with your patients. Definitely give your vegetarian and vegan patients a heads up that gelatin is not vegan. But I think you'll see some improved outcomes in your patients with tendinopathy, not just runners, but Achilles tendinopathy is one of the more common running-related injuries, and the Achilles tendon is super important for running economies. So we want to really build tendon strength with that. So just as a final reminder, 15 grams of gelatin mixed in orange juice, 1 hour before doing 5 to 10 minutes of loading for the tendon. Separate that by 6 hours because the tendon kind of becomes refractory to the stimulus of loading after about 10 minutes of loading, and take 6 hours for it to reset and then be able to respond to stimulus again at a high level. And I'm thinking you're going to get better results. So hopefully improved function and pain much sooner than 12 weeks. All right. Thanks for listening. Everyone have a great weekend. Get outside, enjoy the weather, get some April Fool's Day pranks in. And if you're interested in learning more about runners and cyclists, we have some courses coming up here for rehabilitation of the injured runner live. We're going to be in Fenton, Michigan, home of Mitch and Allen, in May. And for professional bike fit, we're going to be in Minneapolis at Motion, where we've been for years, at least once a year. Great space, great time of year to visit the Twin Cities. We'll be there in May as well. And then if you're unable to travel for a live course, we have Rehabilitation of the Injured Runner Online, which is an 8-week interactive online course. We're in our second cohort currently right now for 2022. Our third cohort is starting in May as well. All right. Have a great Friday, everyone.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.